This is a quick demonstration of how to use the blending program. To find it, go to community, well, here it is, communityreading.org. Pick up the Tools for Struggling Readers and Blending. There'll be a little text about blending here, and this video will follow it. And then click on the blue box that says click here for blending. This takes you to the home of the reading exercises. You can bookmark this page for quick access. Because we're new, we're going to register. And I'm going to register an account with the email new user at communityreading.org and a password of new. So I'll create my new account. Do I want to remember the password? Don't really care. And now I have to add a student because I haven't got one yet, and I can have as many students as I want. This student is going to be called, say, Susan. And here are the programs that I can run. I want to go into blending. Now the first two lessons are going to be instructions. First instruction says run through these tabs one after another. Second one says that when you have a word list, read down. When you have two word lists, read across or down. We'll see one in a minute. Third one says that if you're on a laptop, maximize your browser. And I'm going to do that right now. What it does is it loses all the I don't know if you saw this on the video, it loses the headers and footers, and let me bring it back to normal mode. For training, hit F11, go into full screen mode. And results, at the end of every lesson, there's a test. This one doesn't have a test, but the answers to the test is either advancing, which means your student is progressing, but you're not ready to give up that lesson yet, or mastered. If you hit advancing, you'll get a new lesson, but it'll come back to the one you're on. If you hit mastered, it's gone forever. These are instructions for the word spinners. We'll see the word spinners in a second, and we'll try them out. These are how the tests work. We'll try one out in a minute, but here's the instructions. And we are ready to start. The instruction here is 20 minutes a day, every day. Don't skip any days. Get 3 weeks in a row and you'll never need this program again. Mastered, and these two lessons are done. Here's the first lesson. Well, here's the first lesson. The squirrels are running a little slow today. Okay, we're starting a new vowel. A, like apple. Practice pronouncing it. And I'm quite serious about this. Make sure that your student makes a clear ah, like apple. You can play games. Ah, ah, ah. What other words start with apple? Another. Don't allow any slippage. Okay? If he starts saying or force him to be loud and clear. It's ah. Here are some words. And because it's a single list, we're going to read down. Sat, cat, hat, fat, vat, mat, bat. The red and blue is starting to give a clue as to what's coming in phonics. But for now, here's some more words. Just practice them then. Sat, rat, cat, pat. Don't allow any slippage. You want this to be clear. Here's our first word spinner. We can create a word like ba-a-t. Now we only have one vowel and one suffix letter because we've just started, but we're going to get a bigger and bigger list as we grow. So that's bat, mat, pat, fat. We can create words that aren't completely real. Zat, and we should. Tat. Then we can turn it around. You call the words and make your students spell them. Dat, that's a D. Hat, that's an H. When you hit the letter and your student calls it, it's blending. When you reverse it so that you call the word and your student has to break a sound apart, that's segmenting. Your student needs to do both. How did we do on this? Well, there's a test at the end. Start the timer. Rat, pat, vat, cat. You see the timer's kind of running here. Mat, bat, fat, hat, sat. Good. If I get it under 10 seconds, it is automatic. I want under 10 seconds, confident, but above all, 100% accuracy. Accuracy is more important than anything else in these lessons. I've mastered it, so I'm on to my next lesson. Tap, sap, cap, lap. Here's a scramble. Here's a word spinner. Now I have two suffixes, so I can play here dat, dap, pap, tap. And of course reverse it, so I call the word and your student figures out how to spell it. And here's my test. I don't actually have to run the test. If you're confident that your student knows this, just go on ahead. Stop. Good. Mastered this lesson. It's gone. Now I've got a comparison. Rat, rap. Sat, sap. Cat, cap. If I'm having troubles with a vowel, because eventually we'll do these a versus I, right? Then if I have trouble with a vowel, just do a column down. But the point of these screens is to do these comparisons. Now I'm going to try mixing words. Gap, hat, rat, tap. Now what I'm mixing are words that end in T and words that end in G, but it's going to get a lot harder, a lot faster. Scrambles, word spinners, you've seen these before, a test, and keep going. If your kid can do these exercises, you're going to get through them in 2 20-minute sessions, maybe 3 at the most. If he can't, it's going to take you 3 weeks. It's the best 3 weeks that you can ever spend with him. I'm going to go straight to the test here because I've got this one. You can do that. I'm going to go to the scramble here. Sag, mat, tag, bat. I want to hear the ah clearly. Off to the test. This is good. Right? Finally, a summary with the word spinner. We've got 3 last letters. I'm going to clear this lesson and move on. A big review. We keep doing these again and again. It's not quick. And here's our next vowel. I like igloo. I like bit. Bit, wit, zit, pit. Don't allow any slippage into but or bat or bet. Right? Same thing. Here are the scrambles. Here's the test. Now, as you've been going, there's a navigation button. And you can see that on Fat Cat Sat, we've got a gold star on each of these words. We've mastered it. On Bit, Pit, Sit, we've got a lesson that we haven't mastered yet, and a bunch of lessons that we've never even tried. You can use the navigation at any time. I suggest that you start without it. Often it's best for going back and finding a lesson that you may have forgotten. There's a lot of lessons. Just get at it. Have any questions? Check out our Facebook closed group, Community Reading. Post your questions there, or contact us by email, by Facebook mail. Get at it. Your student needs this starting today.